So you'll be given this information. Yes, I know the information is from 2014, but most companies aren't going to divulge their real information to us for use, even though it's for school use. So again, just letting you know, it's not going to be very current. So once you've typed all the information, notice that row 5, row 6, and row 9 are completely empty. Also, row 28 and row 31 are empty. So once you've typed all the information, you're going to start editing. So here we go. We're going to make the column title go across from columns A through D. So I'm just selecting from A through D. And of course, we're going to do the little merge and center. And while it's selected, go ahead and hit the center button. Same thing with the subheadings. Again, merge and center, hit the center button. Merge, hit center. And last one, merge, center. Now technically, whoops, sorry, I didn't go all the way across, did I? Forgot to merge it. Technically, these should be a little larger than the others, so I'm going to go with the font size of 14 and a font size of 12. We'll leave the address alone. All right, so what I'm going to have you do now is select from B11. I would recommend holding down the Shift key and using the arrow keys on your Chromebook. Hold down the Shift key, use the arrow keys on your Chromebook. Well, they're all selected. We're going to make these look like money. So up at the top, we're going to click on Format Currency. So at the top, we're going to click on Format Currency. And we're going to calculate the sales tax for each product for that week. So I know for a fact that the sales tax is 7.25%. So what we're going to do right here is we're going to make a formula. Remember, all formulas start with the equal sign. I'm typing equals. I'm going to click on this cell B11 times, which is the star key, which is Shift 8. So equals B11 times 7.25%. Equals B11 times 7.25%. I press enter. It's saying, hey, would you like me to autofill all this for you? Yes, I would. So I'm going to click that autofill button. However, if for some reason you accidentally click off of it and you don't get that autofill to work, all you have to do is come back to this formula of C11. Bottom right corner, when it looks like that plus sign, that is called the autofill. You can just grab and drag it down. So again, if you accidentally miss it, you can just, again, go grab and drag it down. Great. So now we're going to calculate a total. The total is that plus that. So in D11, we're going to type equals that plus that. So equals B11 plus C11. Press enter. Again, yes, we want to autofill, so I'm going to press that checkbox. But again, if you accidentally mess up and you don't get it to autofill, just go back to D11, click the bottom right corner, grab and drag it down, and the formulas should all be there. Now, this is currency. This should be currency. So if it didn't automatically become currency, I'm going to select, highlight from C11 through D27. And again, just click that little Format as Currency button so it all looks like money. I need you to grab and make column A a little wider. How wide? Wide enough for it to say totals for the week is all in one row. So let's calculate the totals for the week. Totals for the week, that would be a sum function. So that means up here at the top, this big Greek E, that's called functions. If I click on it, the first one there is sum. It's like, hey, what do you want to add up? I want to add up B11 through B27. So notice the formula says equals B11. That colon means through. So B11 through B27. And press enter. It actually wants to autofill something else. Let's not do that. Again, this is now the average daily sales. The average daily sales would be that number divided by how many numbers in a day? Numbers in a week. That number divided by 7. So let's make a formula for that. In B30 equals that number divided by 7. And just because we're dealing with money, let's make these look like currency also. So if done correctly, you should have $101,101 for total sales for the week. And the average daily sales was $14,443. Few other things to fix and adjust. These right here, the product, sales, tax, and total, let's make them bold. And let's center them so they look a little better on the screen. And as long as your name is at the bottom in 32, A32, not just the words of your name, as long as your name's in the bottom in A32, I just want you to see what it looks like. So I'm going to hit print just to see, and that's what it would look like. What you're going to do is when you turn it in, I'm going to do Control and that little button above the tab, control and the button above the tab to the left of the 1 so I can see the formulas. So I'm going to see the formulas to make sure you did that. If you just type numbers, you're not going to get it. I need to see the formulas. So again, I'm going to do control and that little button right above the tab key so I can see your formulas. You should probably check yours too to make sure your formulas are there. If they are, great, turn it in.